this is just gonna kind of be, off the top of my mind here. Didn't I'm just glad we're having a memorial service. I want to thank Brother DDA for everything he and his wife have done for this, and so well, once in a while you just gotta tell the story how it is. And this is a little bit embarrassing for me, but this is how it went. So I'm living in an assisted living building now with 50 apartments for people that are in wheelchairs and walkers and been through all kinds of real bad health problems. And so one day I came home to the assisted living place, and this nurse there hands me a little post-it note, and it says, "Call Dalton Harp." And it's got the phone number, and I thought, man, I haven't talked to this guy for a million years, And so I thought, well, I'm going to give him a call. And so then I told the lady that gave me the little post-it note, I said, you know what I'm going to do right now? She said, what? I said, I'm going to the phone, and I'm giving this guy the business right now. I mean, I owe this guy a few things, and I don't think I told Dalton this, but anyway, so I was prepared to give him the business. So I get on the phone, and Dalton answers the phone. Yeah, hello, and I said, Dalton. He says, yeah, Brother Mike. I said, yeah. He said, well, how you doing? And I'm thinking, well, I wasn't expecting that. I said, well, I'm doing okay. And I'm ready to lower the boom on this guy, And so he said, well, I got some kind of unexpected news. It's not real good news either. He says, Brother Ernie Villanueva passed away. I thought, what? I told Brother Dalton, I said, you know what? I was wondering where he's been, And he said, yeah, I guess he passed away of, cancer or something. And he said, and he didn't tell anybody about it. I said, yeah, I was wondering what happened to him, or, because he used to be real good to me and everything. And, we'd go to Starbucks and stuff, and he'd just get all lit up, and he's telling me everything about what he knew about the Lord. And and it was getting anointed too. And it was good. And I think everybody in the place was looking at us. And I'm thinking, keep it up, Brother Ernie, man, this is good. So anyway, so I'm talking to Dalton, and he said, yeah, Brother Ernie passed away. I said, well, Brother Dalton, I said, I've heard some things about Brother Ernie, and, and it came from some pretty good sources and stuff. And I said, I'm kind of wondering how things turned out for him. And Brother Dalton says, well, I've heard some things too. He said, but one thing, he says, I just want to see him on the other side. And it kind of shook me up a little bit, I want to see him on the other side. I said, well, yeah, I do too. And so I got off the phone, and I thought, I wasn't expecting that. And then Dalton told me a couple things, and I thought, wow, Dalton's just a new guy. He wasn't the same Dalton that I used to know. And it was 21 years since I'd even talked to Dalton. And so I thought, man, this is too much, And so I got to thinking about it, and I thought, Brother Ernie's sure, Brother Ernie was good to me. And I got to thinking about it, and I got to thinking, Brother Ernie was real good to me. Well, fact that, not only that, I was thinking, I was living in Blaine in an apartment, and I had to call the emergency. I had to call the ambulance to come and get me. It was so bad. And so after I called the ambulance, then I called Brother Ernie. And I told Brother Ernie, I said, hey, I'm really in a mess over here. And I said, I need some help and stuff. And I don't know. I said, I just felt like calling you. And then I let him know, And he said, well, I'm coming. And so then I got to thinking about, wait a minute, I can't even ride in a car. I was so sick I couldn't ride in a car. I thought, what did I call Brother Ernie for? And so ambulance gets there. About three of the ambulance guys, come in the apartment, and they said, well, looks like we're going to haul you into the emergency. And I said, well, yeah, it's a good guy. It's good, because I said, I called another guy, a friend of mine, and he's supposed to be coming out here. And I said, but I forgot, I can't ride in a car. I'm too sick. I can't ride in a car. They said, why not? And I told them, and so they said, well, who is this guy coming over here? I said, well, it's Brother Ernie. Brother Ernie. And so the ambulance guy says, well, wait a minute. Why don't we just wait for Brother Ernie to come? I said, no, I rethought it. I don't think it's going to work with Brother Ernie. I better ride with you guys in the ambulance because I can't ride in no car. So anyway, so then Brother Ernie shows up. And they say, you're Brother Ernie? Yeah, that's me. And he says, they said, well, here's the deal. This guy wants us to take him into the emergency. But we're thinking that these are the ambulance guys. They said, but your Brother Ernie said, Brother Ernie, why don't you take him? I said, no, I can't ride no car with Brother Ernie. I'm thankful he came, but I'm just not going to be able to. They said, we think you should ride with Brother Ernie. So I rode with Brother Ernie. We got down to the emergency at the hospital. And we get in there, and and they say, who are you? And you tell them all this info and stuff, and me and Brother Ernie are there, and so we're sitting down waiting for a doctor to come and get me and do something for me because I needed help bad. So Brother Ernie and I are sitting there in the waiting room, and in comes this woman. She goes to the desk there, and she checks in, and she comes down. She's sitting right in the waiting room, waiting for a doctor. Well, this woman is out of it. I mean, totally gone. Cry? You never heard crying like this woman. And on she went. I think someone from the main desk came over. Yeah, what's the matter? Well, I got blah, blah, blah. And then she just crying, her eyes out and everything. So after listening to this for about 10 minutes, I said, Brother Ernie, I said, you think maybe that you can go pray for this lady? Well, yeah. So he goes over there and he starts talking to her and he's praying for her. Right now, that was Brother Ernie. So, anyway, I got to thinking about, Brother Ernie and all the stuff he's done for me, and showed up when I was in another emergency thing, and he showed up every day, and I thought, you know what, and Brother Dalton and I were talking on the way here, we sure don't want no light on our life. And Brother Dalton said, I don't even want the light shine on my life for today or yesterday. I said, yeah, me neither, man. I mean, me neither. So I'm thinking, Brother Ernie, he put up with me then. I thought he put up with me for this, and he never raked me over the coals over it. And this other deal, we made a deal, and I backed out on it, and he never raked me over the coals on that deal. So I thought,